Is Google Gemini 3 getting dumber? It's Gemini 3 better than Claude Sonnet 4.5? In this video we're going to answer all of these questions and see how both models are doing in a small project that I've did with their Google Antigravity IDE. You can use it for free and you can go and test both models. I did this, and what I've created a couple of projects in here. And in here you see that I have the initial project. This was when I initially tested the Gemini 3, and it did a good job in creating an Astro website with all the components. It created a task for us, the implementation plan, which was pretty complex, and the walkthrough. Then I've tested again today, and this time it looks that it didn't do a better job than before, because it forgot to create the tasks for us. It just created the implementation plan, and this implementation plan is not that complex as the previous plan that Gemini was able to do. So for sure is not doing the same job. But of course with these LLMs it can happen that they decide to do very different things when you are asking the same question. And in here I've also used the Sonnet 4.5, and in here you see that with only one prompt it is outsmarted Google Gemini 3, especially if you're thinking in terms of implementation plan, because this implementation plan it's more complex than what Gemini 3 was able to plan in the same IDE that Google provided. And then it created the tasks for us, which are very good, and it capture everything, and at the end it also added a verification that used their browser extension in Gravity and checked everything. You see in here that it was able to create videos and test all the project for me. So all of these things were done with the help of their Gravity IDE. And if we're going to check, for instance, what every model was able to do, in here you see that this is the first project what Google Gemini 3 did in the beginning 3 days ago when I've tested it, and the design it's looking quite nice and it's quite clean. Okay, and yeah, it's looking interesting and it's working. And then this is what it did today. So in here you see that it did a smaller hero. I think this actually looks better than before. You have the logo in here. Again, I think the logo it's nice, but the rest of the sections doesn't look that good to me. And yeah, in here you see that you have like images that are not working. Okay, these are the projects similar with what it did in before. So it is similar with what was done 3 days ago, but wasn't able to create the implementation plan for us. And this is what the Claude Sonnet did. And yeah, in here you see that, for instance, it has a problem with the header because it's transparent. It should have created something different because the logo is not right, but the logo it's a lot better than what Gemini was able to do. The hero it's like this. I actually like more the Gemini hero, but the rest of the details we can see in here that I think it's looking more nicer. It has some nice animations in here, call to action and the footer. The about page, again, it looks to be nicer. It added emojis for everything. Services again, contact. So I think the Google Gemini 3 it's better off creating UIs. From my point of view, the UI created by Google it looks better, but for instance the logo is not looking as good as the one created by Sonnet. And if we're going to check the projects, so we can see in here you have the agent view of Gravity that will allow you to see all the project in same interface. And in here you see, for instance, what he was able to do today. Yeah, it created all the components, it structured them well, but it didn't create again the tasks plan for us, so forgot to do that. It also didn't went and tested the site at the end, so it had problems in creating an end-to-end flow that it's, let's say, checking everything for you. And meanwhile, the Sonnet 4, it just went and pulled everything, and it created the components, it created the images for us, it used props like the Gemini is doing to put the details into the front matter of Astro. And at the end, after he created the tasks, things that didn't happen with Gemini 3, he was able to go and validate everything. So basically, he just went and started the dev server and it navigated to all the pages. So you see in here that it created artifacts for the about page, for the contact page, home button. It checked if it's responsive, services, website demo. This doesn't look to work. Okay, this one it's looking like it's working, and yeah, he was able to create the all through for us with all the details that he did, with the visual elements, okay, and with what he implemented, with a complete, let's say, documentation with what we can find in here. It also measured the build time and the line of codes that it did, and it put the color scheme in here, and you see that it checked also the responsive design, and it basically vibe coded this website from scratch. And the good thing of this is the fact that he understood the needs that you have, and it went and created a detailed plan, and it tested everything for you. Of course, the design, I don't think it's better than the one that we're seeing in the Gemini one, but I'm impressed on how this is working with the Gravity. So I think the Gravity IDE from Google, it went and provided Claude Sonnet 4.5 an even better ecosystem that you can start working with it. And yeah, these are the results. And from my point of view, I think Sonnet 4.5 is better at following the prompt and creating the plan for you. And it didn't create a lot of documentation for this, it just went and did the job. It took a lot longer, it was basically double than the Gemini, but he did a lot of tests for us, and it was able to go and open and check the project and provide you a detailed overview on this. Because if you are going to check in here the all through, this one it's not that complex, and it just tells you a couple of things about this project. So what is your opinion on this? It's Gemini 3 better than Claude Sonnet 4.5? You like what Antigravity is doing, and you are going to use it? Please drop a comment in the video below, so everyone to know your experience with these tools. So thanks for watching, and in case you like what you have seen in here, please don't forget to like and subscribe.